When I was in that place, I was not even thinking of getting back my life. I don't even think that I'm going to survive. Up till now, I'm feeling the pain, the back pain, because I was hitting with their guns on my back. My name is Sheku Bangura. I'm 32 years old. I'm a graduate from Milton Magai College of Education and Technology with a bachelor's degree in education. And I further pursue my master's in Atlantic International University, USA online, which I obtained my master's in project management. And I am the founder and executive director, Advocacy Network Against Irregular Migrations. I was given a project titled Migrants as Messenger with IOM, International Organization for Migration, for 3 years, but it has ended now. We are currently looking out for another opportunity. And also, I have accreditation, a special accreditation with the president of the General Assembly, and also a special accreditation with Stockholm 50 plus, wherein I'll be attended their programs on the 31st to the 4th of June. And also, I'm a teacher, current teacher as I'm talking, at Sierra Leone Muslim Congress, senior secondary school Freetown here. So I have a large amount of returning migrants. Even myself, as a returnee, I face a lot of things, and what I face that makes me to set up this organization to try and minimize the trend of irregular migration in Sierra Leone. I was 28 years when I decided to come to move inside 2017, and because of the poor conditions of young people in Africa and Sierra Leone here, young people are not given the chance to get better job because they will still just look at them and say, oh, you are just a small boy, you can still hold on. Getting salary with the government as a teacher is not sufficient for me to take care of myself and my family. So what I did, I said, oh, let me go and try the other way around. Because the last time I attempted for a visa, after I got in my first degree, for a visa, I attempted 2 times, 3 times. They didn't give me a visa. So I take a look. I said, oh, getting this irregular way to get to Europe, I think it's a good way for me. Because I got experience with other colleagues. We are not even going to university. They went through this irregular migration and found themselves to Europe. By flashing those pictures and give me a very good picture of what is how they are living and how things are working. So that prompted me. I said, oh, let me take the move again. Let me just give head up my story. And I was teaching a young girl, three of them. It was a first month by then. Then a colleague of mine called me and said, oh, do you know why those young girls are not coming again? They have gone to Algeria. So they are now working, they pay them a huge amount of money. So wow, I said, oh, being a teacher and without no good salary, and so let me take the move. So I took the move from here to Guinea to Mali. From Mali, there I started to face, oh, there are things wrong, because I met with someone who is pretended to be a Sierra Leonean, speaking all the other local languages. Say, oh, I will help you to get where you are, where you wanted to go. Given us a complimentary card, not knowing that that complimentary card, he has sold us to the baddest prison that called Tamaracet. Getting to the boss, and we issue out, we sold the card to other colleagues. So, oh, if you use this card here, you have been sold. You have been sold to the baddest prison. And the person give us instruction. He said the last checkpoint to enter Gao. Gao is the second capital city of Mali. He said someone will go there and pick you up, and that person will facilitate your movement to reach where you wanted to go. I said, okay, we take him to be a good Sierra Leonean and contributed some amount of money and gave to him. But after getting persistent advice, what do? We throw up the complimentary card, then we move on our own. When we move on our own, the last checkpoint, the person comes in and try to ask us this, all of us to deny. except one of our colleagues who was not having the money to pay to the checkpoint. So he had to hand over himself, and he pointed was say, oh, those are my colleagues, we are all together in this. So the man has to take us to the police station. He took us to the police station. They do all what necessary thing. They shot, they didn't see any of that nature. So they had to leave us. So what next? We join another person again. He help us to take up the desert. Taking up the desert is the most dangerous journey. We met these Tuareg rebels in the desert. They took all our bags, all our money. Then from there now they leave us. Then the driver abandoned us in the middle of the desert. So we had to walk in the desert. We are in lot of other people lost their life. From there, we had to make it to the first village from the boundary between Mali and Algeria, the village called Borj. We got to Borj, then we used the banking system again. So we call our parents, we don't have money. So our parents has to use the banking system again. So they have to transfer money to the smuggler who met, transfer money to him. And that smuggler's account is us in Gambia. So they had to send the money to Gambia, say, okay, he got the alert. The family told him that someone has sent money for you. So we got the alert. So he gave us the money and hire a driver again. We used that driver again until we find ourselves to Oran, which is the second capital city of Algeria. We were there working as a street laborer for us to raise some amount of money. So we got some amount of money. Then it's okay, we can push ahead to go and cross the Mediterranean Sea to Libya. So we push, then we left this amount of money that we raised where we work as a street laborer. So from there, we left that money to our colleagues Sierra Leone. Okay, we cannot just take this money, we'll take it along with us because people charge us, they will take the money. So once we get into Libya, please just send this money for us. So we move. He went out there and bought some tickets for us to the bus. Then we have to onboard on the bus. Then onboard on the bus, we find ourselves to another village, which is the boundary between Algeria and Libya. That is called Deb. So we are there waiting for this guy to transfer the money again. Then the guy was not transferring the money. Then in Deb, we work as street labor again. Then we call our people to send another money. They send this other money again to another smuggler. So they had to cross us from there. They smuggled us to Libya. And get to Libya, we are in a camp called White House. This White House is very close to the sea. So normally we spend some time there. But what I've seen, what I've sensed, when they say, okay, there is a pushing, they can push people with this chapalapa, we call it chapalapa boat, this balo boat. So I felt very bad because it was my turn for me to go along with those. All other colleagues are gone. But for me, I was not fortunate. But I thank God that because I was not fortunate. Because all those of my colleagues that we have pushed, all of them drowned. And after 3 days, all of them settled at the coast. Then they had to call us, say, oh, your colleagues have drowned. Please you can go to the coast over there and pick them up for them so that we can bury them to the desert. So I was so frightened because that was the first time for me to see a dead body. So all of those people got drowned on the boat. About 10 to 15 Sierra Leoneans are involved. And those people were doing a massive business, a very good business in Belgium. So all of those people that are involved, they were from Belgium. We have a place that they were doing business by Kinjimi called Belgium, where young people do sell other things. So they raise amount of money, then they rush to go. So all of them got drowned, about 15 of them. So all the other people in other countries. So 150 times 3.
450.
So yes. After 3 days, when the water brought them back closer, so we picked them up from the water and break them from the coast. Then they threw them to the desert. They don't even have a hole or pit that they put them, just threw them to the desert. So from there, I decided to make my decision. I said, I met the smuggler, the trafficker. So can you please send me back to Algeria? Because I know that if I find myself to Algeria, then I will make my way to Mali, and from Mali I will come back to Sierra Leone. I was beaten for that statement. Say, this is very inciting statement. If you started this, all people will come against us. So I was beaten mercilessly and locked up for some days without even a food. When I was in that place, I was not even thinking of getting back my life. I don't even think that I'm going to survive, because the type of beating that up till now I'm feeling the pain, the back pain, because I was hitting with their guns on my back. So I was beaten. I don't even know myself again anymore. So when I realized myself, I was locked up. I was locked up. Then I see myself there. Say, oh my God, this is me. So I was just thinking that I'm not going to survive. But the very day that they released me from that place, it's the very day that the police came out and bust out the camp, arrest everybody, take us to the prison. But I thank God the day I sent the IOM, they come back. And once the IOM come back home, come back to visit the prison, each and everyone want to talk to them. We are more than 5,000 to the prison, to the one hall.
Yeah.
So when we have this Red Cross humanitarian organizations, they will come to talk to everybody, want to talk to them. So as a result, they will not able to talk to anyone. They can't understand anything. So what happened next? They had to appoint me in the prison as a chairman. Say, okay, Mr. Bangura, you will be the chairman here. So if those people come, you can talk to them. After that, you let us know. I say, okay, no problem. So I got that position in the prisons. So once this IOM come in, then I explain ourselves to them. But the Libyan police they are very close. You should not expect anything that is very negative to them. I just explain our situation, how we live, how we are Sierra Leone, and then try to advocate for other people in the other countries, Nigerians, Gambian, Ivory Coast, Liberians. We are all together in this. Definitely. The money which I have on me when I started joining, I have about $2,000. So how the money comes in? So the money does not come bulky, right? Once it's stranded somewhere else, they will use the bank system, either MoneyGram, Western Union, RIA. They send it through. The agents are there, the traffickers are there at the base. So when they have worked their own money, but they don't have means to return it, to send it back to their country. So what do? They have what we call exchange system. This exchange system, they tell you, if you want to send money, if you want your people to send money to you, let them give the money to my family. They will give their account, then they send the money there. When they notify them, then they give you the money in person. Even that process they teach on you. If the money, the dollar is the $100 is 500, 1,000 dinar, they will give you 500. You have no option. You have to say yes. You accept it. So the banking system also has a very key role to play to see that they stop this human trafficking and smuggling of migrants. Because I didn't be a transfer of money to reach these people would have no way to further exploiting the lives of other people. In fact, in Libya, they are normal business now. Once they found black somewhere, maybe they will sell you to more than 3, 4, 5 areas. That's their business they are doing. In fact, let me say, most of the Libyans are doing this ones. What really motivated me, and what I have sensed, what I have seen, what I have gone through, I don't even want my enemy to face half of it. So because of that, make me to made me to register an organization's name, Advocacy Network Against Irregular Migration, to fight traffickers, fight smugglers, expose them to the world for us to minimize or stop human trafficking and irregular migration. I think I spent only 6 months. I left inside May 2017, May, June, July, August, September, November. Then I had to return back home. That is November, the 21st November, the chartered flights.
Oh wow.
Return back to November. I was because when they brought us, they brought us in Sierra Leone. They took us to the national stadium. Then they call our family to identify us. The IOM, the other people they come in. From there, I said, okay. I met the head of mission IOM Sierra Leone, Mr. Savage. I told him that, Mr. Savage, what I have seen and what I've gone through, I want to carry out. I want to register an organization's name, Advocacy Network Against Irregular Migration. He said, oh, If you only steadfast on it, will support you one day. So just after 3 weeks, just after 2 weeks, I presented the constitution which I wrote about the organizations. He went through it. So, oh, my dear brother, I said this is a very good initiative. So go ahead with it. Then from there, when IOM they give me the integration because they give me business. After selling the business, I go and register it at the Ministry of Social Welfare. I register it at Sierra Leone Association of NGO, which is called Slango. Then I use half of the money again. Then I rented the office. Then from there, I started to call my colleagues from different countries who suffer the same thing. Those other ladies from the Middle East, those from Libya, those from Algeria, those from Niger, those suffer from Mali, all of them, I brought them, even down to those who went to Italy, but they couldn't make it. They handed themselves over, they returned them back. All of them, I brought them together to my office. Today, my organization is a safe space for all returning migrants. We normally have recruited migrants, returning migrants from different districts, about 45 of them. They live in different districts in Sierra Leone. So these people, we normally go to radio station, go to the public places and try to explain our experience. We normally do this in the video recording. We have this a big televisions wherein we normally put it across, people explain their stories, what they have gone through. So we call upon all the other youths together. They see themselves, they started to learn. So people will say, oh, for me, I have so learned to live, but just because of what I have seen and what I have heard to my brother here, I won't go anymore. So we have been doing it. We go to the radio stations, we go to the radio stations that we have. So we have all those things. We demonstrated to the people so that to see how things are going, how things are moving. So we explain vividly to the people not to take part to anything that has to do with irregular migrations. And definitely things are working that way.